Stevie J.
Stevie.
Stevie used to rub his hands together like, bap, bap.
That's my guy.
I'm the good guy.
Why everybody trying to come at the good guy?
The good guy. Hi, everyone.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Estoy muy bien, ¿y tú?
Bien.
Okay, bien. All right, my name is Shy.
And I'm Sunny.
And welcome to Night
School.
School.
Welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes,
again.
everywhere from Africa, China, where else?
Mm-hmm. Asia.
Brooklyn.
At least you will go in stores. Denton not going to no store for me, yo.
My mom, I was in every woman's store. My mom trying on hats and trying on. I could dress you right now.
Him and my mom. Denton would not go to the store for me.
Especially not Rainbow.
Not Pretty Girl, none of them. Seriously?
He said, I could buy a pad. That's why I have to do some of my
Yeah.
I know the stocking shades, charcoal.
Damn.
Coffee. The coffee.
I told them to go buy me some tampons. They said, how am I supposed to know which one to buy? He said it's so many, I don't know what to get. My stomach getting so tight with me. You're supposed to be stacking up on these things. He said he's supposed to be
angry with you. He's angry.
Well.
You gotta send these men to the store with pictures.
Yes.
I could probably say that I could send my man to the store and he don't need no pictures.
Damn.
That's
what
crazy.
Lucky you.
That is crazy. Him and Donovan. I don't know why. I think Donovan got it too because my mom.
Your mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And Sherry Ann. He just know. Which one you want? The heavy flow with the wings? With the wings or without wings? Charlene, this one? Because you got to bribe it. But the only thing with my brother is that you have to bribe him.
Give him something.
Can I keep the change? Is my hoodie fixed?
I remember that. Oh, my God.
All right, guys. So we don't got to start over. Nah. All right. So we going to get right on into it.
How was your week?
How was my week? You want to start with me?
Yes.
My week was, I don't even remember. I feel like I need to write these things down.
You see?
You know what I mean? Like what's been going on. I need to keep a tracker
I told you.
of what's been happening in my week. What's been going on with me? I swear, I don't know. I'm alive. Let's start there.
Amen.
I am alive and well, and God is good. All the time. And all the time.
God is good.
God is good. I finished Greenleaf this week. That was a good thing.
How many episodes and how many seasons?
It's 4 seasons and I finished it. I binged it OD. And it's a funny show to me. It's mad funny. Sunshine says she can't get into it, but it's funny to me.
Like I literally stopped watching it like the same month again. Like I was just
the first episode you was done.
I watched like 3 episodes and I was like, nah.
It was upsetting your spirit.
Oh, yeah, how come?
It was just what
I would literally like watch Scandal.
I hate Scandal.
I watch Scandal.
Our taste is different in TV
I watch
shows.
like
Lucifer.
Like Lucifer.
That one is a
Lucifer
good show.
Lucifer is not a scary like it's more of a like a drama like comedy kind of thing. Like it's like comedy, so it's not like anything like scary. Like he walking through hell like nothing like that. It's like him living in L.A.
Okay,
pretty much.
All right.
Yeah, as a detective.
Yeah, because we have different tastes in shows. Yeah. So I finished Greenleaf. You know what I mean? When a man is like, nothing really exciting happened for me this week.
Work.
I worked. Yeah, I worked and
See? And then y'all be getting at me. And I be like, damn, I did the same thing.
No, but see, I really didn't do anything exciting. I swear I didn't.
I didn't either. While you were talking, I was trying to think of something. It ain't come to me.
Something exciting that I did.
Nothing.
All right. Instead of doing what happened last week, let's put out some goals for this week. 3 goals.
Yeah, that's better.
All right, guys. So clearly, Sunshine and we don't got nothing we did last week.
Nothing.
So I think what we should put out in the atmosphere, since it's a new year, we should do like 3 things that we want to accomplish this week. Starting with me, because I guess Sunshine always starts first.
I'm still thinking, yeah.
I think for me this week, I just need to get organized like finish all my projects that I plan to do and probably start recording a song. So one song, finish my projects, like the videos that I have to finish up, and then record a song, and then probably learn some new chords on the guitar. 3 good goals. That's my goal for this
All
week.
right, I'm gonna just keep 2. 2
goals.
It won't be for this week. I would say between now and the next 2 weeks. I would say within the next 2 weeks, I want to finish the scrub.
Oh yeah, the face
get
scrub.
The perfect formula.
And sell some shampoos that you have.
No, that's you. You doing the hair.
No, the shampoos, the last shampoo.
Oh yes, damn
girl.
The last shampoos. Yeah, that'll be fine because I have clients all the time.
Yeah,
so. But I outside of the lash thing, I wanna get a perfect formula for that scrub.
Okay.
That's probably just one. Let's just keep it at one.
You want to keep it at one? But those are good goals.
Just
Any
one.
goals as a wife this week?
Nope.
You think
I do the same thing every darn day.
All right. Walk us through that real quick.
All right. So I wake up. No, real talk. I wake up.
Real talk, sis. Talk your junk.
I meditate. I'll do like prayer and devotion for myself.
Hallelujah.
Then I'll get up. I make my bed.
So you get up twice. So after you wake up,
I'll probably pee first, because you know when you wake up you want to pee.
So you get up, you pee, you pray.
Yeah, I do meditation and stuff.
Meditation, then you get up again.
And I make up my bed.
Okay.
I clean my room because my husband is like, he just every night put a cup here, put a cup there, his shirt over here. So I'm trying to put the room back in order.
Okay.
And then I go to the living room.
Okay.
I like tidy up. I vacuum the floor probably 4 times a week. I swear. I vacuum the floor literally 4 times a week. I go in the kitchen, wash the dishes, clean the stove. Like every time I cook, I have to clean the stove because stuff be falling on the stove. I'll be clean the stove.
Okay.
And then I clean the table. And I go in the bathroom. I straighten the mat. I straighten the mat if it's out of place. I don't like when my curtains is open.
You sound like a mom.
In the bathroom.
You sound like a stay-at-home mom, and you not, and that's the funny part. Sis says she traveled through her house. You guys don't know how her house look, but what she's basically telling me is that she's doing a walkthrough.
I get up and I walk through it.
Oh my god!
I fix the mat. I hate a pet peeve of mine is when the shower curtains is open.
It has to be
Oh
closed.
my god!
It just look off to me.
It look off. Close it. I need it to be closed, and I straighten everything up, and I go back. So I'll do that in between clients.
Okay. So between client 1, you say living room.
Yeah.
Client 2.
If
kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Client 3.
If I have enough time,
if you have enough
I'll walk through. If I have an hour, then I could do it.
So you would rate your wife's skills a 10 out of 10 last week?
Nah, it's always.
Always?
Because I don't I Denton, I'm putting him on blast. Denton, St. Marlo Campbell. So we have this new rule in the house where we give roles to everyone in my house.
Okay.
And I do that.
Break it down.
I do that because I really like to see the house clean. So Denton role is the kitchen.
All right, I'm going to take
From
notes.
this day, I did this last week. Denton didn't clean one kitchen. I wiped one table.
You know what you should do? There should be a penalty for not doing. That's what it should be. You have to put money in a jar if you don't do it.
That's fire.
Girl, I'm helping you out.
Thank you.
And you trying to save. It works
My
out.
son said, he reminds me, just make a list for me to do and I'll do it. That's okay. Just do everything in the kitchen.
He caught you with the smooth talk.
Yeah.
Just make a list. You probably was like, oh yeah, my husband wants me to make a list.
So we did a little pick the thing where we can pick. And
made a basket.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
My son picked the kitchen. He said, okay, I'm gonna do the kitchen. Up to this day, I wake up, I Swiffer, I sweep the kitchen, I sweep the kitchen. Denton don't do nothing. I'm like, damn, what we did this for? I'm doing the same
Y'all
thing
need to have an
week.
agreement and a contract, because at this point, I feel like that's just. Let me be honest with you. When I when Donovan and Sherman and I started doing that list, it kept up for a week and a half. And then it started to change based on how people started to feel. So if Donovan watched the plates on Monday and I watched the plates on Tuesday, Sherman be like, "Well, I didn't eat."
Yeah.
Why you? It don't matter.
I think that's
the problem right there.
I think that's the only one. The dishes is the only thing like anyone could do.
Okay.
Like we don't have like a set thing for like you watch it. We just like if there's dishes in the sink and we see it,
you should watch it. Okay.
But yeah, that ain't working.
So you should definitely put a price on that and let them.
That.
Yeah, let them know that you got to do it, and if you don't, it's a penalty. Probably $50 at that too. You can't put no little change. You got to be $50 or more.
We'll see how that work. If anybody knows Denton, you know. I don't know how good that worked, but we gonna try.
Yeah, he gonna start yelling. So he gonna be like, "Stop with the foolishness." I'm gonna take notes so when I move in with my
husband,
with my husband, we could kind of like figure out a plan.
People be like, "Okay, today you focus on the living room, or this week is your living room time."
Okay, that works. I'm gonna take that in. All right, so your wife skills are 10 out of 10 this week.
I would say like
every day.
7.
7 out of. All right, a 7 out of 10. Well, Denton is not here to defend himself, but I'm gonna see if this statement holds true.
I would. This boy, trust me, he'll defend himself.
You gonna FaceTime him? Ask him what happened to your deal. We gonna phone a friend in. All right, make sure you put it by the mic. Put it by the mic.
Sunshine, what happened? Or Sunshine, what you want? Watch. He's gonna be like, Sunshine, what you want? Sunshine, what happened? What else? What happened? Marlo.
Yes, Sunshine.
Oh, I have a question.
What's that?
So remember the thing that we made, the list with like how you were supposed to do the kitchen?
What happened?
I just wanted to know, how comes you didn't do the kitchen from last week? No, real talk. No, I want an honest answer. What made you, even though you told me, look at his face. What made you, even though you told me that you gave me the idea, how comes you didn't focus on the kitchen?
So what made you think of this now?
I was just sitting down, and thinking about it. I'm like, let me call Denton.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So can you give me a response so we can finish the conversation?
Go on before.
Do you have a response?
Do it this week, man. Get off my phone.
Oh, you're gonna do it this week?
Do it this week. Get
Huh?
off my phone. When are you there at the dirty place? The outside, you see me in the kitchen. Come on my phone, man.
You the one who be making juices. You make the juices.
Come up on my phone.
But I'm not the only one who goes to the bathroom and I clean the bathroom. I'm not the only one who's in the kitchen. I clean the kitchen. I'm not the only one in the living room, but I clean the living room. So you gonna start next week? You gonna start next week?
I'm starting this week. Get off my phone.
All right, cool. Thanks, bro. Love you.
Come off my phone.
Well, he said he's starting this week.
All right, so it is clear that Denton
It wasn't doing nothing.
It wasn't doing nothing.
And he does this thing like he will blame me for everything. Everything. He broke the TV. You know he broke the TV?
Oh, and he said it was you.
And he said it was me. Because I put the coat rack on the other side. So it's my fault because the coat rack should have been on the other side.
Oh,
Hi.
Jesus.
Well, he's starting this week. So let's see. I'll keep you guys updated.
Keep them abreast.
I'll keep you abreast on how he's doing.
Jesus.
Lord.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so Sunshine, wife points. Denton, 0, Sunshine, 1. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm not being biased because that's my friend. That's why I told you to call him for the facts.
You
Marriage is a difficult thing because I mean, I
was even seeing Heather Lindsay when the man
No.
broke his clothes and just put it on the floor. This is real life. This is what men do, and I'm trying to figure out why exactly like men just take off their clothes and just fly anywhere. Denton came home yesterday from church, button his shirt, fly on the chair. I'm like, why are you flying your clothes on the chair? You have a hamper.
I think they know that. That's why you're gonna be there. to kind of just clean up after them. That's what they expect.
I think so. Why do men do that?
I feel like women should go on like a vacation,
a strike, right?
For once a year. At every year, like aim to go on a vacation. At this point, we all meet. We have a women's conference.
No, real talk.
And then leave the men at home with the kids and see how much they miss you.
I don't
when
think
you
they
come
will
back.
be able to make it.
Yeah.
I promise you, they won't be able to make it.
Especially food wise, I'm not sure. I feel like if a man can't cook, then it's over for them. They just gonna be eating like
like oatmeal,
cereal.
The easiest things to make. Like when I went away to Virginia, like Denzel was telling me, he gonna eat oatmeal the whole week.
And he ate oatmeal the whole week.
He don't care. That's one thing I could thank God for this man, because he will be fine with oatmeal for the whole week.
Okay.
But for 2 weeks, I don't know.
I think because you spoiled him so much to a point where it's like
I think so.
He's used to like having them cooked meals every day. Yeah, you making it seem so exciting. Life as a wife with sunshine.
No.
She's gonna make it a series on
It's
her
fun.
YouTube
It's
channel.
fun being a wife.
It's
though.
fun being a wife.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but before we get into the topic, what's the best part? I'm mad I turned this into a whole interview.
What's the best part about being a wife? I think it's a lot, but I think like one of it is just continuous companionship. Like you wake up next to someone, you go to bed with someone, like right there.
Okay.
It kind of it feels good, like you're just talking, and like it's a forever sleepover.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't sleep over your house since you got married, and it's not gonna happen. We grown
women.
We
so
is grown.
I think that's it. It's a forever sleepover, and it's just like I'll be like real talk, like let's make s'mores, but he don't be with it. That's the type of person I am. Like let's make s'mores. Let's
you know
watch
why?
a
It's because
movie.
you in New York. When y'all move, y'all gonna be making
Yeah.
s'mores. Okay, whenever it is that you move.
What is the best part for you about being a fiance?
Oh, sis.
Yeah.
Let's do a cheers. Cheers with the community.
This is the best wine ever.
All right.
It's called Roscato, but it's like more sweet, savory. Oh my God, it's so good. I would drink this in my house, like just watching
She would
Power.
drink it with her husband.
And watching Power.
Oh, Lord. Okay. The best part about being a fiance, I guess, is the planning stages.
Mm-hmm.
For like what I picture my life being. It's not even for the wedding. I feel like more so because like I mentioned where I was with the wedding and stuff.
Right.
It's not even about that. It is just about looking forward to creating a family of my own. I don't think I really know the definition of family. Or like
I think that's I'm excited.
Yeah, or have like an understanding of what it means. So I feel like the unlimited loyalty that this person has to you, you know, because they believe in God and you guys share the same values. I look forward to that. And yeah, just spending my life with one person and just building and seeing where it goes, and to leave something for the kids and the kids' kids and the kids' kids' kids. So that's the best part for me, is just the hope for the future, you know, and
like
just
that.
Stepping out on faith. I sound corny, but I'm telling you,
it's good.
Like marriage and being a fiance, it's just a faith move, because you don't know the ending, but God somewhat confirmed it. You can see the ending. You don't know how you're going to get there, but you kind of could already see it and feel it. So that's the exciting part. And so I look forward to doing that with my baby boy.
I actually like say like at first before I got married, I was like actually saying like, oh my God, am I ever going to be ready for like marriage?
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm just continuously learning that you're never going to be ready for a marriage, because somebody who's married for 30 years, what is something they say? I've learned that. Mm-hmm. That means that they did not know,
but they
learned
that
marriage. So everyone is not ever fully ready for any form of commitment, but you go in there believing that it will work out.
Yeah.
And just being able to, I always say this, like compromising is one of the biggest things, like in any form of relationship, whether it's engagement or whatever. As long as you see yourself with that person and you see yourself spending the rest of your life with this person, then there needs to be compromise.
All right. So what advice do you have for me with like wedding planning, or Just so I could, because we never really talked about it. You never really gave me advice. Surprisingly, we talk about everything, but we never talk. Like, what advice would you have for me or anybody else who is a fiance right now in the wedding planning process, and just or like options or whatever? Like, what advice? Because I need some.
I think the wedding process. In terms of like dressing and decorating and stuff like that?
No, not even dressing and decorating. Like, what
what
advice would you have? Because Sunshine, a lot of people don't know this, but your wedding was popping, and she planned it in like 4 months, 3.5.
Damn.
You did good.
It was like Mayish. Yeah, like end of April.
No. It was like May.
It was
you got
May?
engaged, right? In May.
May, June, July, August. Damn, it was 4 months.
Then she got married in 4 months. So
I got start for me. I mean, for somebody who has time, like it would be easier for them. Cause me, I was like at like tiptoe. We was like, we had a set day and we are just trying to get it done by that date. But I was actually talking to somebody about that who was just like recently engaged, and I was like telling her, if you have enough time, like spend time doing it, because there are a lot of things and avenues that you can take where you don't necessarily have to spend as much money as you think. Like, I was watching, I told you about it, The Real, and she was like kind of giving some tea on the venues. Instead of you getting a venue, rent out a mansion, because it's actually cheaper than venues. So you can use a backyard as a reception area, but you don't tell them that it's a wedding simply because you don't want them to charge you more. So just say you're having an event and you want to rent it out, and it's way cheaper than a venue, because you don't necessarily have to pay for plates. At a venue, you have to pay per person
per plate. Yes.
And then at wherever you rent, you don't have to pay per person. You can have like family cook, which is even better because you know what's going to be on the menu. You don't have to do that whole taste test.
Or not even know
stuff.
what the heck is on the menu.
Exactly. So that would be good. And then there are a lot of like online websites where you can get beautiful wedding dresses, where you don't have to spend that much money.
Yeah, you remember the one I showed you? It was nice, right?
Yeah. You don't have to spend that much money. Like weddings could be like very like inexpensive. It's because a lot of people want it to be memorable, so they want to go like out and beyond.
So that's another thing. Did you remember the night, or was it moving fast to you? Did it move really fast? Because I feel like,
it moved fast. I think like leading up to the time I was about to get married, I was like, damn, oh snap, I'm like actually about to get married. Like it dawned on me. And then when I like after the reception and everything, I was like, oh my God, I'm married. Like it's finished. The day is done.
It's done.
Like all the money that you done spent, all of that is finished. You can't get it back. Can't do refund. You can't do fraud. You can't call Chase and say I dispute the charge. This is your day, and they'll. You know what I'm saying?
You got me weak.
It's done. Right now. So, I mean, like, that's why I say don't spend too much, because afterwards, when it's all said and done, it's going to be you and your husband or you and your wife. Then you're going to just be there like, damn, we got to pay rent.
Okay. That's a good thing. That's why I was being so specific with like having a set a set amount of people, because I don't really, just because I know you from a certain area in my life, like doesn't mean that I'm gonna invite you. I just know you for that one thing. So I feel like my separation skills have to be on the because I realize I don't want to have the doubt, because this is how I am as a person. Like if I invite you to my wedding and say you acting shady after, I'm gonna be tight.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if I can't go to you for nothing, this is me as a person though. Maybe God will fix it later. But if I invite you and say you have a gripe with me after, or you acting funny, I'ma feel tight.
Yeah.
I feel like what should happen is it should only be close people that can really pray me through. Because it's almost as it's a witness. You guys are witnessing something happen. You know what I mean? God putting two people together to change the world. It's not just about coming and getting a plate. Like I seen some lady, no shade, and she was like, "Oh, invite me to you." No, I don't. I don't know if it's a thing for people to just feel entitled to it, but I feel like it's more of a special time that we can celebrate the union that God has brought together. Because and not only that, these people are like godparents, like, like God sisters. You expect them to show up when junk hit the fan. I feel like if I'm gonna accept a wedding invitation and spend money to get a dress and do makeup and stuff, I want to know that I can fully show out for this couple. I'm gonna stop saying yes to weddings because it's more than just going there and getting a plate. It's like,
yes, ma'am.
When junk hit the fan, can I call you? Yes or
ma'am.
no? So it narrowed my list down to maybe like, because I already made a list before I was engaged. Like, and it was basically, I had maybe like 50 people one time, and then like after I left my old church, it went to like
went down.
15.
And it's so funny because originally, like when Denton and I got married, got engaged, we was like making a list and was like, okay, we're gonna try to stick to at least 100 because we're thinking about his family, because he has family up here, like a few family up here, like Maryland, stuff like that he wants to invite, and then I have mine. So we're saying like, the exceeding amount needs to be 100 the most. Like we need to have at the most 100. Then and during the planning process, that's just like, yo, this lady used to comb my hair. Like she used to change my pamper. I can't say here not invite her.
Jesus.
And I'm like,
did she give him money?
There was actually a teacher who I really genuinely wanted to invite, and her name is Mrs. Francis. And simply the reason I really, really wanted to invite this lady is because I remember being in elementary school, and she was a teacher who was like a mother to me, because I remember she used to actually like take care of me.
Okay.
Like she legitly took care of me, like bought me food and clothes, whatever I needed. Like she was never, and that was against like, teachers weren't supposed to do that, but she would like take me in her home and like, teach me and stuff like that. She wanted to skip me because she knew I wasn't from here and everything like that.
Okay.
And I had like Auntie Vanessa and, these kind of people I needed there, because Auntie Vanessa herself, like she took me in, like, took care of me. She got me my phone, paid my bill and everything, got my hair done. That's family. Like she needed to be there.
Yeah.
So there are certain people that I'm like, no, I need to have there. Even though we don't speak as often.
I get what you mean.
These are people.
But, and I feel like with you, like you see those people, I don't really have that.
Yeah.
I was more so the one who was getting, like, giving out and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's okay. Maybe once one of these kids, when they get older, the school I work out, they will probably find me and invite me to their wedding. But I don't really have anybody that could be like, yo, when I was, that just didn't happen for me. So I think what really is an eye opener is that, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you have to really take into account who you're going to have in that space.
Because this is your day.
Yeah.
And honestly, you won't know the intentions of everyone, even if you think you know the intentions of everyone.
Yeah.
Let's say you have like a set amount of like 50. You won't know the true, genuine intentions of the whole entire 50 people. But at least you can have just like a certain bracket.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these are people like, hey, I may not talk to them every day, but she was someone that I could have depended on at some point. And, I can still talk to her. We have no type of like animosity when we converse or, stuff like that. You can still keep it within like a bracket. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Like, invite. All right. Long story short, I feel like it should be people who are, people who are close to you. And not, I hope people don't get offended, but if you do, I'm so sorry. But
I think honestly,
and I also
you
learned from you, because now that I think about it, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you having eight bridesmaids, 7 bridesmaids. I think that was like, it hit me like, I was gonna have like 7. I'm like, oh, Sunshine had 7, it would be cool. But I realized people don't be really checking for you. Like, like Sunshine, my best friend, and I'm here, and I don't know about anybody else's story, but people don't really check for you. How not saying that the expectation is there. I'm just saying in general. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like how you think they would check for you. People don't check for you. And that's okay, because people have their own lives and stuff. So it's not to be shady or anything like that. But people have stuff going on. So the way you might view them is probably not the way they view you. Yeah. So that's what I kind of figured. But I really did like your wedding. I loved it actually, and I can't wait to have mine. Hopefully, it could be a destination one.
Destination wedding.
Yeah.
You do out of state, out of country,
Out of
continent, out of country.
Yes, out of country.
Oh,
What could be? I don't know. Every week I change my mind. Every week I'm like, I'm not having one. I'm gonna go to the court. Next week I'm like, oh.
Because if you do like a thing, then your dad gonna have to go. Then your mom gonna have to go. Sherry gonna have to go.
Do they even have their passports? Jesus. Listen, y'all. Anyway, right. So we're gonna get into the topic.
What's the topic?
But thank you for your advice. I appreciate you opening up your world to me and stuff. And I'm glad that she went through that so I could figure out what was right for me and what's wrong for me.
Yeah.
Because what works for you probably won't work for me.
Exactly.
What works for me probably won't work for you. So, yay! Sunshine's going to introduce the topic for today. We're back with another video.
Oh, my God.
How do I sound? Crazy. Oh, you sound trash. Engineer over there playing FIFA. Anyway.
It's talking all out everything.
He fiending. You fiending right now playing FIFA. Kick, left, right. And then what's that? All right. What was I saying? Okay, Sunshine, go ahead.
Okay, so as a lot of people may have seen or have heard, there was actually a 15-year-old girl who I can't remember how many days, weeks, or months it's been since she's done this, but she wrote a letter to her family pretty much confessing the trouble she's been having, battling her own demons, because her uncle raped her. And she pretty much wrote a letter to her parents saying, yes, you, just cutting it short, even though you gave me all these gifts and we went on all these trips and stuff like that, it never really helped me. She was still battling with all these things and she committed suicide. I wanted to talk about this topic because now in this day and age, not necessarily because of the trafficking and all that stuff that's going on, but we see a lot of like young kids who are being sexually abused by people that they're very, very close with. And they grow up with like scars, like they're wounded from all these things, and probably they don't even feel comfortable expressing that.
Right.
Expressing that kind of trauma that they faced or that they're facing, because whether we realize it or not, like that trauma, no matter how small or how big it was, it played a part in the way we think and the way that we viewed people. How can parents, or if you're even a sibling, older sibling of that fact, how can we be more protective? Can we be more protective actually of the, whether it be a sister or a daughter or a son or a brother, can we be more protective of them? And how can we do that?
Well, for me, I'm not a parent yet, but I feel like this happens sometimes when you're not really watching your kids, if that makes sense. Guarding your household, I'm taking it from a Christian perspective. Guarding your household means guarding who comes in your house.
Absolutely.
So what I think you did mention was that it was like the uncle who was raping her. For 3 years this was happening, and to me it sounds like weird that this was happening for 3 years.
But it just shows like they were guarding their household. They didn't have anyone come in. It was someone they trusted.
No, but that's
scary.
That's the thing for me. I am not leaving my girl child or male child. Like, having someone come in my home, it's going to be very hard, if that makes sense. Because I feel like I would know as a parent, like parents kind of have this, especially mothers, they kind of have this feeling that something is wrong. So for this to be happening for 3 years in the home, it's kind of like, yo, did you not see her pull back? Or like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, parents would see everything, right? But at this point, as a parent, you need to ask your children questions.
Absolutely.
So how do you feel about like we sometimes as parents make decisions, right?
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna bring Uncle Tommy in. How do you feel about Uncle Tommy living with us? Give an update. Like you should update, talk with them every couple of months and see if this is working.
Because she probably didn't even feel like her opinion mattered.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Because no one asked.
Nobody asked her.
And like you said, they probably did not even pay attention with the signs that she was like, portraying. Like she probably was closed off. She probably just went to her room. Like you need to pay attention to all of that.
Yeah, all of that.
Why like, is my daughter or my son attitude changing all of a sudden when you're here?
Yes. And it also maybe the parent didn't even spend enough time with the daughter for them to know if the attitude was changing. Because I know in like some cultures, you just come home. How was your day? It was good. Good. We in our room. Like, but sometimes you need to take that extra step as a parent to talk to your children further along. Like bring back the family dinners, bring back the open communication in your home. And I know it's not the easiest thing for you to get off your chest, but usually what happens is when children have an open and honest relationship with their parents, like you could kind of tell, they will be comfortable enough to at least cry to you, or you know what I mean? Like the fact that, you know what I mean? Here. I think what Heather Lindsay showed me is that her kids don't do sleepovers. Number one,
anyone could come to the house.
Yeah, but
not anyone, but like
while I'm awake and stuff. Yeah, and there's no closed doors, none of that. You know what I mean? No funny business or whatever, because you don't really know what thoughts people have in their mind, or what they're thinking, like, oh, this is my niece, but hey, let me get a touch real quick, or let me just grab her butt, like, you know what I mean? Because people have these dark, scary thoughts, and sometimes it's not even them, it's just a spirit. I really believe it is, or an urge that they cannot control, or they refuse to control, because...
And I want everyone to, like, while you were speaking, I was just thinking, like, I think what parents need to really understand, I think we spoke about that before, is that when your child brings up a topic or a conversation like that, listen and believe them. Because what happens is, like, a lot of times, like, I think the parents are in denial.
Yeah.
Or they don't want to believe that it's happened. So they're probably like, oh, no. Oh, you're probably just talking. Like, why would a child sit there and formulate that kind of story in their head?
Yeah. And that it doesn't... I would say for me, like if this was a situation for me, I wouldn't feel, as I'm thinking of 4-year-old Shar, I wouldn't feel comfortable going to I'm thinking of the space I was
like
in.
Your parent.
I wouldn't feel how old is she? 15-year-old Shar 15. Would not feel comfortable going to her parents and saying this has happened.
But why was that, though?
It's because I don't
household
know.
Because like if we were
the
to
culture,
really the culture
is so weird.
It's more
me.
different. It's more like not a friend kind of. It's like I'm your mother and that's it. Like we don't have, or I'm your father and that's it. Like there's no like relationship where you should feel comfortable coming to me about any crazy situation. Like even though they encourage you to come, it's like it's like
it's not a good...
it's hard because like I don't speak about it, but like I remember like being young and there was just, like this guy that was like a family guy, and he was like a total perv, and he was like kissing on me, and I was like 8-ish,
okay,
8.5, and touching on me and rubbing up on me and all of these things. And I do remember like giving that information to like a family member, and they were pretty much like, oh no. And then I didn't notice it. Like, of course, as a child, I didn't notice.
Okay.
But when I went to school, like I was like failing classes and everything, to the point where like a guidance counselor had to come to me and was like, like they tried to do activities where you like kind of open up, and like eventually like they talked me out of whatever, and they was like, oh, did something happen at home? And I just blatted it out. And I was like, this guy just keep touching me and kissing on me and like touching down there and everything like that. And I like I remember she called like some family members, and it's like, oh no, that's not true. And I remember like growing up like not trusting.
Right, because you're only 8. Your view of the world is like this small,
Yeah, I remember like growing up and not trusting men, like to me, they were just some different vibe type of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because every time I looked, I wouldn't like physically see his face, but I thought of every man like that, like
okay,
him.
like you're, and it could also make you, let's think about it like this. A lot of people turn to maybe the opposite sex because they're so scarred
because of that trauma.
The trauma and the idea of just being with a man is just not it anymore. And I feel like the culture, you know what I mean? Like the fact that you could say your family's from the Caribbean. That's probably a sweep under the rug culture that we just need to get out of. As beyond whatever you feel as a parent, your child will someday be an adult.
Oh yeah.
So you cannot look at them as just a child. They
grow up with that.
Yeah, they grow up. Now imagine if you committed suicide at 8 and everybody's crying and bawling because they didn't want to believe what you said. As I'm sorry that happened to you. Because
I told you about this.
I know. I'm sorry that happened to you. Because he was telling me that he went as far as with the bottle.
Yeah, like peeing in my drink and stuff like that because he found out that I told someone else. I guess what it was is that they did not want that kind of attention on that family. You know what I'm saying? Like in the family, like don't bring that here. Like even though he did it, don't bring it here. That's the kind of thing. Like nobody wants that attention. We don't want to be on News 12. We don't want to do all that. So I think in a way they wanted to avoid it, but avoiding the issue is not cleaning up the issue.
Right.
You need to get to the root of it. And for anyone who has been,
he probably has issues
he
within
does
himself.
He does. And I do say, like, any person who has been like molested, the first thing I always say is it's not your fault. You're not the reason. Because a lot of people grow up believing that man, probably if I didn't do that, probably if I didn't knock on his door, probably if I wasn't there, probably if I went in my room, and all these things, like they kind of like create a whole story in their head as to why it's their fault that it happened. And the first thing that you need to know is that it's not your fault. You're not the reason why he acted the way he did. He acted the way he did because he chose to act that way. And then you need to also like come to terms of finding someone that you can confide in,
right?
And that won't judge you or look down on you or to say that it's your fault. And you can kind of like just express yourself. So because growing up with that kind of thing, it's a very toxic as a person, because every relationship that you're gonna get in, you're gonna be carrying that burden into every form of relationship that you have, whether it's friendship, whether it's marriage, whether it's engagement, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend. Like you're gonna be carrying that kind of insecurity into every form of relationship that you have.
And I feel the truth is, I can only speak from like a woman's perspective. Like your idea of men and relationships, like you said, are often shaped off of your experiences. So if you see a woman out there who has like a great father, she often has a great husband, or could kind of, most of the time, where your father's open and loving on you and telling you. Because some fathers, they take care of you, but they don't really talk to you. That's like, it's a difference.
They're there, but they're not there.
Right. They probably buy you things, but they don't really speak to you about life and circumstances and situations, or on how you should be treated.
Yeah.
And I even was sharing with my fiance, like if I had I was speaking to God or whatever, and I just started bawling out, like even like 3 weeks ago, because I'm like, I was having a devotion or whatever, and he was like, forgive. And I'm like, who did I forgive? Like, who did I forgive? And he's like, forgive yourself for not knowing what you know now. And I just started bawling to him, and he was just like, what you have to do is, it's a process.
Yeah.
You can't tell yourself when like when you should bury it, or when you should stop talking about it, or when you should forgive yourself for what you do not like, the decisions you made because of circumstances. Forgive yourself because of that, because that's often shaped by whatever happened in your childhood, or whatever was missing or wasn't whatever it is. And so I feel it for this girl, because I feel like at any point, in my mind or whatever, like I could have lost my mind, like what you said in a couple podcasts. You could lose your mind because like something is protecting you, like God's grace. But think about the people who don't have the Christian background,
and they have people who have the Christian background
and still lose their mind, right? But God's grace kind of like kept kept me, I should say, in a state where I'm like, all right, I got to keep moving. I got to keep moving. I got to keep moving. But it's very important to address situations in your life, because I could be open and transparent and honest that, like, I feel like if you don't address any situation that happened in your life, even with a partner, you don't have to put it on the World Wide Web. You know, people kind of feel upset when you talk. Like, a lot of my family members, I'm not gonna lie, I'm all over the place, but I'm trying not to cry on camera.
Well, this is my bucket tissue. So
a lot of my family members have the older ones, they have a problem with me posting things online or posting Facebook or stuff. But my target is to reach people who are not strong enough to get past certain situations. Yeah. And I know that I may have, posted. I in the future, I do want to talk about helping women. You breathe in. People don't I feel like when God brings you through something, this is what I'm trying to say. Let me gather it together. When God brings you through something and you get through it, you often feel the need to help people. Yeah. It's not something that you want to keep to yourself.
You share that.
You want to share it out loud. And I feel like a lot of people are concerned with your outer, not even appearance, just the surface you.
Yeah.
But they don't want to get into the root of the problem. And I feel like if I had not met my fiance, I was going crazy. I could honestly say that I was going crazy because of the things that I blamed myself for that I did not know. I was going crazy. If I had not met my fiance and him telling me with his wisdom and knowledge, hey, you gotta let this stuff go. I could be honest, I came into the relationship with him drinking like crazy. Drinking because I was not comfortable with my normal self. Not like I was an alcoholic, passed out on the street, but I would say I was getting there.
To loosen yourself
to just loosen myself up and be free. And he was like, yo, why are you like this? But he still probably saw the end.
Yeah.
And didn't take it for, you know what I mean? Didn't judge me off of the first encounter. I guess God probably gave him the right words to say or the right tools, because
God knows who to send.
He knows who's to send. But I think I was almost indulging in a substance to kind of take away from the pain or whatever it is that I didn't want to address, or whatever circumstances that happened to me that I couldn't, express. So that's another thing. Besides choosing a man, your own mental state is at stake.
Let me tell you, I think we talk about this all the time, this mental issue. And I think you need to observe, as people, we need to observe our habits and our actions. And if you ever find yourself being two-faced, as in, when I say two-faced, I mean being one way in front of someone else and being one way at home, you know that there's an issue, because you should always be one person. You should never be going out there and smiling at somebody's face and thinking you're having it all together and come home crying at night. There's something that's off.
Something is off.
You know what I'm saying? If you ever find yourself being more than one person, get to the root of the issue and fix it as soon as possible, because I'm not a doctor and I'm not diagnosing anybody. You're going to be 40 years old with schizophrenia and you're going to be 1,200 people.
Yeah.
Real talk. This is Jamie. I'm snapping it. No, find what it is. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Fix it before it drives you crazy.
Yeah. Because one thing could turn into 12 real quick.
Yes.
And so I don't really have advice for people just yet on how to address issues, because the way I may address issues, you see how God sent my fiance or whatever to help me? Some people might not have that. So I cannot speak for the majority, but I feel like we said last time or every time we talk, is just find someone that you can trust. And if you're in a space, we're going to put the suicide hotline number on the screen.
Yes.
And also you could just
and there is also someone, actually Trudy Ann is doing this thing. I don't know how soon it's going to be up. I think it's going to be up. It's going to be up Wednesday, right? So there's this person named Trudy Ann. She's doing this mental health class. She's partnering with the state. And pretty much what it is they're doing a mental health, and they'll give you a certificate after however long that the class is for. Pretty much telling you the signs.
The flyer,
yeah, the signs, what to look out for, so that when you're around people, like you can identify like this is off, or you see them acting a certain way. At least you know ahead of time, because like I said, like we were saying about the girl, she probably was acting a certain way and her mom missed the signs. So if even if you don't go to this class in particular, try to go to these classes to educate yourself. The reason why we fail is because we don't have knowledge, and so it's good to have knowledge on these kind of things, so that when you're around family members, save them before it's too late.
Yeah, I feel like we know the signs for heart attacks. We know the signs for seizures.
But we don't know.
But how can we not know the signs for the brain that operates everything?
Remember the girl, and I think we talk about her ever so often, the girl from East Flatbush Church of God who jumped the train. And it's like, that's why I was saying, like, sometimes people have that Christian background and memorize scriptures and everything, but they're still off.
Right.
Like something is just like not there.
And it's
because no one identified that she was she was tired, or she had enough, or she was overwhelmed, or she was stressed. Like, I'm not just saying this is the church job. This is everyone's job. As a family, as a friend, if you see that your friend or your family member or someone that you know is going offline, if you see that they're complaining or talking about an issue more than once, listen to them and help them. If you're in their life, it's because God put you in their life for a reason. And
that is the truth. Like, you have to be willing and able to listen to people. And be someone that people can talk to. I think the problem is that everybody's so over, like, indulging in themselves that they are not willing to hear anybody out. And oftentimes I feel like, kind of in the African American community, I'm not sure, or I don't know, we kind of look at therapy as a bad thing, but therapy is good.
I don't know why.
If you want to talk to somebody to release, like I said, everybody doesn't have a Denton, or doesn't have a fiance, or doesn't have a friend that they can confide in, but what we do have, we have resources. And so with that being said, the suicide prevention hotline is 1-800-273-8255, 1-800-273-8255. And also you can email us at nightschoolpod if you're feeling any kind of way with your life. We're not experts, but I believe the Holy Spirit has given us the ability to pray and the ability to
go through certain things as well, so we can
help you
the right advice.
You know what I mean? If you have any question,
or if you don't feel comfortable writing us on the Night School email, you can write Shar on her Instagram. You can definitely DM her and feel free, or mine, whichever one you feel more
and
comfortable with.
It will be in the description box on the YouTube channel and on the podcast app and on so they could hit us up and let us know, because we may not have all the answers, but I'm praying that Jesus, you can get what you need. God loves you, and your situation is not, I would say,
the end.
It's not the end. Like, you have, as long as you're alive, you have a purpose, and as long as you understand that you have a purpose, I believe that sometimes people just need to hear it. Like, you have a purpose, you know what I mean? And so when you hear it, you kind of feel good about yourself, and you kind of get the extra push to move on. And right on that note, we gave you guys the suicide prevention hotline and our email address for Night School and our Instagrams. Mine is SHARLENEEEE _ and Sunshine's own is,
I am Sunshine Campbell.
People don't know how to spell Campbell.
Campbell, CAMPBELL.
How would spell like this?
I am Sunshine Campbell.
Yes, I am Sunshine Campbell. So hit us up if you guys, you hear me now with the accent. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you just want to tell us a story. Also, we want to add like a part in the podcast where they could just ask us questions that we can answer on here.
Yeah.
That would be really dope. So if you have any questions, whether it be about what we just spoke about, or anything else, like say you have a boyfriend and he got 300,000 baby mamas, or you have a sister who steals all your clothes, or whatever it is. I don't know. Whatever your situation is,
steal all your clothes.
It's important to us. And so I wish I had a sister who were the same size as me. Right. I would be taking all her
I
clothes.
wish I had
I am your sister, but we don't wear the same
sister,
size.
yeah.
And we have never wore the same size. Even when Sunshine was this skinny, I was this skinny.
Yeah,
and then now she's this thick.
She was this
and now I'm this thick. So it just never worked out.
Probably like a cardigan.
That's
the best that we did.
And we went,
oh
Jesus. My brother be taking my
Your
Adidas
sweater.
sweatpants.
Was it your sweatpants?
I said, Sunshine. Shout out to my brother, bro.
Oh my God.
That boy has a spit. Hey, and I'm yo. Let me on a lighter note. Shout out to my brother, bro. He got some skills. I had Adidas sweatpants, and this is when I was like a medium in Adidas sweatpants or whatever. Yeah. And my son was. I couldn't find my sweatpants for some reason. I'm like, yo, where is my sweatpants? I'm like, Donovan, you see my? Nope, I ain't see it. Oh my gosh. I left, came back. I'm like, those is my sweat. So he checked, like he didn't have them on when I was there, but as soon as I left and came back, he had them on. Boy, bust out a whole hole in the middle where my private part is supposed to be, right there. And it ain't never been the same since. I'm like, stop wearing my clothes. No, this is what I did to him. He walked in the door. I looked at him up and down. Take it off. I ain't say good evening, good morning, nothing. Take off my pants. Please. Not to put him on blast, but damn, Donovan.
Donovan. Shout outs to you, bro.
Shout out to you, bro. That's my son, though.
Donovan.
Donovan would do. Listen, that man.
That's drama king right there.
Why you laughing, Carrie? This is what happens when you have siblings, though. They just be taking your stuff. All right. So, yeah, guys. We only have one topic for today because we feel like we went in depth with it, right?
Yeah.
So, this is the end of Night School Podcast.
Thank you for staying tuned and keeping up with us.
Yeah, we only took like one sip of our wine.
I took 3.
All right, I'm going to join you.
I took 1 more.
Okay, shout out to us. Consistency. That's a sip, Sunshine.
Consistency, yeah.
Cheers.
Amen.
Cheers to consistency in all 2020.
Amen.
And we'll definitely let you know how our goals for the week planned out and if Denton
yes. Ever cleans that kitchen.
Yes, for sure. So I'm Shar.
And I'm Sunny.
And thank you for tuning into
Night
School. Because we don't. Okay, Night School. Later, guys. Yeah, it's your girl Charlene, and I'm back with another video.